as people are picking up the book and starting to think through, where do they start? I mean, the readiness assessment, obviously, start there to see where you want to grow. But do you just start at chapter 1 and start figuring it out, or what do they need to, I guess, mindset-wise, what does their head need to be thinking as they dive into this?
Don't overthink it. The
God,
whole
that's so good.
purpose of the book is simplicity.
Yeah.
So you can just start at chapter 44 if you wanted to. You will cry. That's a good one. But you can start anywhere, or you could start at the beginning. And I have a couple emailed me the other day and said, we bought this book for Christmas. We love it. Each morning we read one of the chapters together over our coffee, and then we set our intention. I was like, okay, that's awesome. I have another family who said, we got this book over the holidays, and this is our Sunday dinner conversation. And we're randomly letting the kids choose a chapter. That's the chapter we read over dinner. And then we read the prompts, and everybody has some homework to do for the week. And then we read another one the following Sunday. Yeah. So I think you could tackle it any way you want.
Because they're not sequential. Yeah, they're not sequential. They don't build one another. They're just different vignettes, which I just had to peek at your chapter 44. Oh, yeah. That's a good one. I'll tease y'all, it's bus stops and drop-offs. So that should be pretty self-explanatory, especially for parents out there. But there's so many in here that are just fun. I mean, there's nothing in there that's meant not to be fun, obviously, but the whole thing with me is the sparking. You said ideas to spark, connect, and create. And that's what you say each week. So spark conversation, allow you to connect with the others, and create some intentional things that you can do. Because there's none of this that's what stood out to me. You said it takes 5 minutes to read it. This is a 10-minute conversation once a week. If you can't have 10 minutes to guide your week, to create more joy, to create more confetti moments, that's a sad state. And I think everybody has the time to do this.
Well, we can make the time. I'm someone who really loves journaling. I love a blank page. I'm a writer. I've been writing my whole life. I had journals when I was in 2nd grade. So for me, it's very natural to journal. And I know for a lot of people, it's very unnatural. The blank page scares them. So that's the other intention for this book, is if you're someone who would like a daily meditation or would like a weekly assignment or a writing prompt, the book is designed for that. It's 52 simple chapters. And then in between every chapter, if you have the physical book, there's a page for notes.
Yep. So and it has lines on it, so it's not technically blank. So there you go. You got a line page.
Did you notice that?
I did notice the line.
That the font is big also?
The font is big. I noticed the font is big. It's easy to read. You've got your notes and thoughts page. It's for somebody like me who's very tactical, it was great because there's some chapters you connect with that you'll read and everybody's going to have different ones. You're like, oh my God, that's so me. And then there are others you're like, okay, I get this. And then where the writing prompts and the questions to discuss help it. I think as I'm going through it, I only have one child at home, but I'm like, this would be a great thing with kids, but I think you could do it with friends, with partners, by yourself. Anyone can create some confetti moments.
Absolutely. And you had said at the very beginning, we have finance backgrounds. Like I'm currently a financial advisor, and you said, kind of a boring, stereotypically
boring. Yep.
Not really, because what we do as advisors is we help our clients plan for confetti moments. Yep. So whether it's they have the money to pay for their kid to go to college, that's a confetti moment. We just had a client pay their final tuition payment of their 3rd child going to college.
Waiting on that
is something to celebrate.
Yeah.
Whether your kid gets their driver's license or you just paid off your mortgage, these are all things to celebrate. And I think of the chapter about my client who, this was during the pandemic. He had lost his wife, and he was updating his estate plan. Sounds boring. And he was I was working with him to set his intentions for where does he want his money to go when he's no longer here. And he wanted the money to go to his local senior center where he goes every single day and who's really taking care of him after his wife died. And then he wanted the money to go to his grandkids. And so I said to him, we can set all this up for you, but given your overall financial picture, would you like to make those gifts now? And he said, what do you mean? And I said, well, what if you just write the checks and meet with the grandkids and give them the money? And so he thought about it, because he's also very humble, right? He didn't want this to be splashy for him, but he did it. And he did this over Thanksgiving. And he sat with each of the 4 grandkids and talked to them about how important they were and how much life they've given him. And this is a guy in his late 80s. And he handed each of them an envelope. Each of them got a letter from him about who they are for him, and then a check that blew them away.
Yeah.
And he said, I was so excited. It was such a wonderful moment for me. It's a confetti moment for the kids.
That's a confetti cannon. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And then I write the story about it and share it with everyone.
I read it in your blog, in your Wednesday Wisdom, that you sent that out. That was one of the stories you did. Yeah. Yeah.
And so then other people catch on and go, should I wait till I'm dead, or should I also start gifting now? Like, let's create the confetti now rather than after you're no longer here.
And I think that's huge for that, especially with our, our backgrounds in finances. It's always for down the road, and you're just bringing the road to right here, the road we're on now.